Assalamu alaikum. In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to create a login screen for your Windows Forms project. So this will only include the login screen. It's not going to include the create account screen, okay? So first we want to resize the form as the way we like. So I'm going to resize it a little bit to be a little bit taller like this. So you don't need to do this. It is just how I like to do it. You can change this to be bigger, smaller, whatever. I'm just going to create it like this. So we want it to be a little bit taller. Okay. And we want to add a logo. We want to add a background, and we want to add a place here so we can add our username, our password, and our login button. Okay. So first we want to create the background for the form. So it does look better. Okay, so we go to select the form, and then we go to the properties tab, and then we go to the background image, we go to local resource, and then we go to import. So we take the picture. Okay, so take the picture that we want, and then it will appear here. So there are a few types of image layout. So it's either tile, like this. It will add the pictures. Okay, so it will add more pictures of the same thing if you put tile. If you want to center, it will center this image to the center. Stretch, it will fill the image to the edges. And then zoom will zoom the image a little bit. Okay, so we want to make it stretch. Okay, so we stretch the image to the borders of the form. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller like this. Okay, we are good. And then now I want to add a picture box so I can add my logo. So picture box. So we search for the picture box in the toolbar, and then we add picture box, and then I select the triangle here, and then I choose image. So here we'll import the image. This I downloaded from Google. It's not a good logo because it doesn't have a transparent background. الخلفية مع هذا ما شفافة، فلذلك يعني بتطلع ما زينة. طيب, so the background will not be good. So we want a transparent background. You want a transparent background for your logo. Okay, so this is just an example. So, and then we want to change the size mode. We can put it to stretch image. You can also auto size. You can center the image. You can zoom the image. Okay, so I want to stretch the image. Stretch the image here, and then let's make it smaller. Okay, so this is our logo. We can put it here, can put it here. It doesn't matter where you put it. Okay, so make it look good. Just make it look good. And then now we want to add a place so we can enter our username and our password, and then a login button. Okay, so we want first a button. Well, first we are gonna get a text box so we can enter our username. So text box for the username. Okay, so this is text box 1, and then we want another text box for the password. Okay, all right, okay, and then we want labels so we can indicate where the user should input the password and the email. Okay, so this is the first label, and then the second label for the password. Okay, and then after that we want a button. So button, let's get the button. Okay, and then we will resize it to be bigger. All right, that's good. Okay, so button, 2 text boxes, and 2 labels. That is what we need to so we can create this. Make it to the side. Okay, we're good. So after that we want to change the label here so it says password and username. So this first will indicate the username. So let's go to select the label and then go to the properties tab and then go to font, and then we'll change the font size to 10. Okay, and then we'll make it, well, 15 is good. 15, and make it bold so we can see it better. And then we also want to change the text, what the text says. So go under the font, we'll go to the text tab, and then we are gonna change the text to be user name. Make it capital user name. Okay, that's good enough. You can change this as you like. I'm just gonna make an example. Okay, so here we change the password. Okay, so this text will say password. Then we want to change the font to be 15. You know what, 12 is good. Here we'll change this to 12 also. Okay, that's better. Okay, and then we want this to be bold. So select the image, the label that you want to change, and then select it to be true. Bold will be true. Okay, and then after that we want to change this, put it back, and we can change the size of these by going to down here. We will go to auto size. Auto size, select false, so you can change the size and make them the same size. Okay, so for the label you can change the auto size, make it false, so you can change the size. Okay, and then after that I am going to change the button. So let's rename let's make it say login. So in the text bar we say log in. Okay, log in, and then let's make it bigger, and 15, and make it bold. Okay, that's good enough. So we have a login button, we have two labels, and we have two text bars. So in the password label we want the user to not be able to see, the other users not be able to see the password. As you can see here, if I run the program and I type here, I can see the name, and also I can see the password. So we don't want anybody to see the password of the user. Okay, so when we create this label, so for the label of the password, let's change the name of it to be, let's change the font size to be 10. Okay, that's good. Also for the other label, for the other text box, okay, make it bigger. And we also, no bold. Okay, and then we want to go to select the second label or the text box, and let's change the name of it to be, instead of text box 2, we want it to be password box, so we know the name of it. So this is just changes the name. It doesn't show the, it doesn't change the what it says on the screen. It changes the name of the design where you go to the code. Okay, so in the code you use this name that you have changed. So here in the second password box, you choose this name, you use this name. So we will use it later. Okay, and then after that you want to go to the behavior, and then we want to go to password character. This field will show us what we will add. We will add the asterisk symbol, so it shows the asterisk instead of the password. Okay, font 10. Okay, So now, as you can see, if I run the program, you see the name shows the name, but the password doesn't show. It shows the asterisk instead. Okay. After that, this is all we need here. All we need. Yes. And then we want to go to the button, to the login button, and then we will tell the program to do what we want it to do when we click on it. So we double click on it, and then it will add the function here, add the method. So this method will, here we will create our password and username, so we can just check if it is working or not. And then you can create the other passwords and names inside of the create account button, in the other button that you will create in your instead of login and create account. Here you can add another button, and then you will assign username and password. Okay, so let's create a username and password here. So we want a string variable because we can enter numbers and characters inside of the username and the password also. So we want two string variables. So first we use username. Okay, so the username will be, let's say, cat, and the password will be, so string password will be equal to let's say 1234 q 1234 q. So when we enter the cat, the username and the password, we will check if these are equal. If the user enters cat here and 1234 q, it will log in. Okay, so after that we want an if statement, so we can compare this to the text inside of the boxes. Okay, so first let me check if I changed the name of this. I did not. Okay, so let's change the name of the username box. So name box. Okay, so you need to name these something that you will understand later. Okay, so we'll go back to the form. So now in the if statement, so in the first text box, we will compare the first text box, which is username box, okay, to the user variable. Okay, so first we want to user, if user is equal to double equal sign, if user is equal to user name box. Okay, so whatever inside of the name box dot text. Okay, so the text, we will compare the text of the name of the username box to the user, to this variable here. If it is correct, we will execute the code inside of the if statement. Okay, so and then we want to add another condition, which is going to be and the password is correct also. So we need the password and the username to be correct. Okay, so if the password is equal to password box, so the box that contains the password dot text. Okay, so we'll compare the text inside of this box to the password, and then the text inside of the other box to the username. So if the conditions both true, if the username is true and then the password is true also, we will execute the code inside of this block. If it is not, we will not execute anything. If the username is correct but the password is wrong, we will also not execute the code. Okay, so and then after that we want to add a home page. So this is the login screen. Okay, so and then you want to add another screen, so it's gonna be your home page. Okay, so let's create a home page. So we need another form for that. We need another form to enter to whenever we press on the button. Okay, so you go to the solution explorer, and then you want to go to the select your project, which is gonna be here, solution hello. After under that, you will find the project, and then you want to right click on it and then go to add. After that, you want to go down to form, Windows Forms. Okay, here where you will find the forms. So you select this right here, form, Windows Forms, and then you add. You can name it something else. So let's name it home page. Okay, so this is gonna be the home page. Okay, so this is form 2, which is home page, and then this is form 1, which is the login screen. Okay, so this is the login screen, this is the home page. And then here, let's change the background. Okay, so let's put another background for it. This. Okay, so let's change the tile so it doesn't show more than one picture. Let's change it to be center. No, not center, stretch. Okay, so we stretch, and then let's add a logo or a label, and let's say homepage. Let's press on it, go to the text, home page. Okay, and we'll make it bigger, 50. Okay, this is the home page. You can add something else inside of it. This is just an example. Okay, so now when we go back to the code, when we press on this 2 times, okay, so when we check for the password and the user name box and the password box, so if the password and the username is correct, so we will create a new instance or a new object of the form homepage. So homepage, we need to call the class name homepage. Okay, and then name the object home screen or homepage screen. Well, let's call it home, just home. Okay, is equal to new homepage and then 2 brackets. Okay, so this is the object of the form, and then we want to show the form. So home, we call the name of the object, and then dot show dialog. Okay, so this will show us the new form. Okay, so after this, when we create the object and then we show this dialog, we will go back to this home screen, and then we run, and so the username will be cat. See, the username is cat, and then the password will be 1234Q, and then when you press login, it will show the home page. Okay, and if we don't enter the username, even if we click the button, it will not be correct. So because we are comparing the text box 1, which is this one, to the user. Okay, so to the user thing. And if I don't enter the username, the password, and I enter the username, even if I say login, it doesn't log in. But when I enter the password, it will show the login button. 1 2 3 4 5. You see, it shows. And that is it.